You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
No, it wasn't.
What is going on, everybody? How's it going? We are going to talk about Rosie O'Donnell today. Rosie O'Donnell, once again, is having a freak out. She's melting down. Now, I don't exactly know the origins of this feud, but it seems like since the beginning of time, you know...
They have been feuding for a while.
Yeah, I mean, there was the creation of the Earth with the Big Bang, and then there was Trump and Rosie O'Donnell pretty much feuding and hating each other. And Rosie O'Donnell has one of the most severe cases of TDS I've ever seen. And it has to be to some serious level because Trump is big. I mean, he's the president of the United States. So even then, he still holds a grudge against Rosie. So I'm not exactly sure what happened, but everybody knows that Rosie O'Donnell made the decision. And I applaud her for this decision. She decided she's going to leave America and go to Ireland while Trump is in office, which a lot of celebrities have said and not a lot of them have done. So I'm very, very thankful that she did this. And this isn't really like a news thing. There is something at the end where Rosie is just living this dystopian nightmare because, oh my God, about Trump and blah, blah, like.
Spoiler alert.
She goes, I mean, she wakes up, thinks about Trump. She goes to bed, thinks about Trump. There isn't a day that goes by where Rosie O'Donnell is not thinking about Donald Trump. And see, I would call that like love, personally, but apparently it's just, that's not it. I just wanted to play a couple clips here, just about Rosie and her casually melting down.
Quite a level of disdain that she has for him.
Oh, yeah.
Married 12-year-old, and she asked me if I was non-binary, and I told her no, I was an OG lesbian bitch, and she said bitch is pejorative, and I said you're too smart for me, you're only 12. But it's wonderful to see a child so assured of who they are. And they asked me, what did your class say when you told them you were gay when you were 10?
Well, I just want to point this out. The level of Rosie's kind of wokeness, I guess. She's obviously, Rosie O'Donnell's been out for a while. She's a lesbian. But she's a non-binary 12-year-old. I don't know, you know. And I see that this phenomenon that kind of goes on in Hollywood. Where it's like, I know Cynthia Nixon, if you guys don't know who she is, she's one of the old broads from Sex and the City, old now at least. She's like, oh, I got trans kids, and I know what my sister is a trans kid, my best friend is a trans kid. And I'm like, I don't know, it seems like these are like Gucci bags to these people. I really wonder how much of it is actually authentic, and a lot of it, or how much of it is actually that you're in this sphere, and you're trying to impress your friends, and you're actually really doing harm to these kids. I don't know.
Indoctrinate them. They indoctrinate them to believe it themselves. It's crazy.
I can't say that for certain, but, you know, this is just a good example of, like, where Rosie's mind is at. And, you know, obviously, you know, she's very proud of her non-binary 12-year-old. But, and that's fine. I mean, you can be. But I just wonder how much of it is actually organic or authentic, because I think that's something that's severely, severely lacking in Hollywood.
It was like in America in 1973, you didn't tell your class, you didn't even tell yourself, you know, and we've come a long way, but there are still miles and miles to go. Now that fascism has taken hold in the United States, it's now or never. We're about to lose democracy and lose our country, and LGBTQIA people have to stand up, and we have a tremendous history of doing just that through the AIDS crisis.
Do you feel like you've lost any rights, Duke, since Trump took over?
Absolutely. I'll answer your question directly. Absolutely not. None of my rights have been impinged on since his presidency started, second term. It's crazy. Every time I hear
Rosie.
Well, I guess this time it was an ex-American or past American, however you want to phrase it, that fascist.
Well,
they're so easily ready to call someone that they don't disagree with or that they disagree with a fascist. And it's like, do you guys really understand what that word means? These words mean more than what you guys are saying. And they just throw these terms around so loosely.
I don't think
come on, man.
Most people have not lived under socialism, communism, fascism, Nazism, or whatever you want to. Like most people have not experienced these things.
The definition has changed
we're
so
fortunate
drastically.
for it.
It's
I mean,
crazy.
I say I'm fortunate to be born in this country, but obviously Donald Trump, and like I said, I don't know the origin of this beef. Maybe
They
that's
really
I
need
gotta
to
do a
look
deep
around the
dive into
world
it,
and
but
see what socialism is, what communism is, what fascism is, because this is not that.
no,
And
they
they
think
need
it's
to stop
great. It's like,
freaking calling it that. It's crazy. I point out all the time, I'm like, if this was a fascist regime, you would not be allowed to say what you just said
yeah,
without facing some repercussions.
you don't have free speech, so it's like you can't even say what you're saying.
So
So it's like you don't.
your argument's thrown out and invalid right there.
Yeah, 100%.
Come on.
100%.
You guys you are not understanding the definition. You are not applying the definition accurately or appropriately.
And, through acceptance and Stonewall and everything.
Why do you think LGBT people find such a...
And I think everybody in this country is actually, for the most part, accepting. I think, obviously, I don't think anyone has a problem with the L or the B or the G or whatever. I think people have a problem with the T, but I think that's only when it actually infringes on women's rights in women's spaces. Other than that, I don't think anybody cares. At least that's my stance.
That's the biggest part.
Yeah.
That's
I
my
think
biggest
it's when you're
understanding of the
taking
beef.
when you're taking the rights away from one group to try to give it to yourself. Well, I think that could be an issue. When you want, everybody to feel, and I'm not going to say every woman feels unsafe because I can't speak for women, but you know what I mean. When you're trying to, say my right to go into this space, even though it could make half the people uncomfortable, that's not. I mean, that's just being an asshole. I mean, let's be honest. That's just being a dick.
That's
Which
narcissistic behavior.
I guess they would,
expecting the world to
to
adapt
reconform around you, of course, yeah.
home in musical theatre?
It's always been the land of misfits. And when I first did my first show, when I was in high school or junior high, I thought, this is where I belong. These are my people. Even though I couldn't really sing or dance, I did not let that stop me. And I've done about 5 Broadway shows since. And to me, the promise of Hollywood and show business is best realized on a Broadway stage. And show business can be very difficult and very tough, but the Broadway community supports and loves each other, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Well, that's great for you. Let's see here. This is just a real clip here. Rosie leaving the USA for Ireland. Like I said, that's very commendable. Whoopi Goldberg said she's leaving, and The View is not on right now. And you know how upset I am about that, Duke. I miss The View. I don't have content now. Where is my content?
Yeah, now we got to resort to Rosie O'Donnell.
Now we have to talk about Rosie O'Donnell. Where's Sonny Bay? Or where's Sonny Behar? And Alyssa Farrah Griffin and Anna Navarro. Sorry, Sonny Hostin and Joy Behar. Where are they? And that other woman whose name I can never remember. She's not. You got to be more memorable, lady. You never say anything. Sorry.
I think her name's Whoopi Goldberg.
No, yeah, there's another one though, the blonde one. I can never remember her name.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Well, hey everybody, it's me, Rosie O'Donnell, star of the Flintstones. It's Tuesday all day, as my nana would say. And I'm here in Ireland. And it...
Yeah, big shout out to Rick Moranis for having a very different looking Betty than than I would have imagined they would have cast.
Especially from the comics, from the
But hey, Rick Moranis, he's actually, I guess he's gonna come back in Spaceballs too. We talked about that.
Yeah, so, I'm excited for that.
Huge. He's coming back to acting.
It's beautiful and warm, not physically. It's actually quite cold. Moved here on January 15th, and it's been pretty wonderful, I have to say. The people are so loving and so kind, so welcoming, and I'm very grateful. I'm in the process of getting my Irish citizenship, as I have Irish grandparents, and that's what's going on, and that's where I've been and what I've been doing. And although I was never someone who thought I would move to another country, that's what I decided would be the best for.
She's going to say her 12-year-old non-binary child, bringing her 12-year-old daughter along, claiming that equality in America is no longer guaranteed. I mean, I would agree with that to some extent. I mean, obviously, Rosie O'Donnell's worth tons of money. I don't particularly think she's funny or talented, but, you know, to each their own, whatever. But, you know, I find this very, very amusing from...
In some of the roles that I've seen her in, I've enjoyed her for whatever comedy came along with it. But yeah, she's definitely not my first comedian, quote
Let's
unquote.
see,
I don't
what
know
do
if
we
I would
got
really
here?
label her as comedian. She just has a way of saying lines funny
Well,
sometimes.
so why I wanted to bring this up and what I find interesting, and this is the most recent clip we have of Rosie O'Donnell. And I'm going to get into what some of the stuff that Trump said, because I like the back and forth between it. I think it's actually quite funny. But
Their feud is
well,
glorious.
she's been in Ireland since January, and as of recording this, that's 8 months. And yet she's still obsessed with what's happening in the United States. She's still obsessed with Trump. She can't let it go. She wakes up in hot flashes and then she's sweating. There's nightmares going on. It's like she's seeing Trump all the time. You know, she goes to the woods. It looks like Trump. She goes to the pool. It looks like Trump. She goes to the grocery store. She sees an orange, and then she's got to be hospitalized for 2 days. You're so far away from Trump. Just let it go, lady.
A dystopian nightmare, and no one is doing anything about it. I don't understand how he's able to get away with the things he gets away with: breaking the law, the emoluments clause, taking bribes, blackmailing people. He's a criminal con man. And if you grew up in New York, as I did, you knew this your whole life. We watched his planes get repossessed off the runway at LaGuardia. We watched him try to sell steaks and cologne in a fake university, steal money from charities that his family can't even have a charity anymore in New York City, in the New York State.
I don't think Trump is welcome back in New York City, which is it's sad, you know, being a...
I mean,
you know,
I'll be honest though, like everything she's saying is true in that sense, with the historical. I mean, I guess that the university was definitely borderline con.
no, see, I don't know anything about that. See, I don't
Yeah,
put too much stock into...
it wasn't set up well. It was a business prop. You know, I mean, he ended up making money off of everything that he pretty much did. He took a loss here and there, but everything he did was money centric. Was money. You know, his ultimate goal was money. It's not that
Yeah.
he's not a philanthropist, but his main goal, especially when it came to big business, has always been for the bottom dollar, and that comes with
Well,
some
listen,
negative
maybe,
negative opinion,
listen,
negative representation.
I think, you know, if Rosie O'Donnell really feels this way and so strongly about it, and she wants to defend
Yeah.
America, she should go back and run in 2028. Maybe that will go well. We'll see.
Because they had stolen money from kids' cancer charities.
We'll
There's
see.
no way you can look at the...
So is there truth to that, or do you know?
That I don't know specifically.
See, well, that's what I mean. It's like half the things she spouted out. Maybe not everything he did was successful.
Yeah.
Maybe not everything was forthright. I don't know. I'd have to go back and I'd actually look into everything she said. It's very easy to go off and just spout stuff like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Very
So,
much.
facts about this man and believe in him still. You have to have willful blindness. It's worse every day. I feel like...
I don't know why it's worse for you. You're in Ireland. You're getting Irish citizenship. Your minor child, at least, is safe. You know, I know she has older children who are obviously they're still in America, but the one who is still 12 years old or whatever is with her.
Yeah.
So, you know, so you should be safe with that. Her slander is thick. Please sue her into poverty. Rosie's still crying while Trump keeps winning. She is crossing a line here and going to get sued. And you know, and we've covered this before. Trump loves his lawsuits. He loves the lawsuits.
I understand why people are saying it, because especially what Trump has been doing as of the last couple of weeks. But
I don't give a
I mean,
crap.
I hope it really doesn't
I
get
don't
to that
care,
point.
man.
Like, please don't fucking sue her for this. Like,
Why
do I
not?
think she's
Why not?
slandering? Yeah, I think she is, because I don't know if all those are documented facts. But I really hope he just doesn't literally sue
you're not
everyone.
allowed. I mean,
You know what I mean? Like, if he really just starts suing everyone, at some point there is an overboard. At some point,
do you not think that if you were Donald Trump and you were lied about to this extent and with everything that comes, I mean,
yeah. No, I've
haven't
been a
covered it,
farm
but, you know,
before
it's
on
like
previous statements. No, defamation is defamation.
the Russia collusion hoax. That
yeah.
is a big thing that just came out. It's like, so you just be like, oh, well, they just tried to obviously smear me. I was in contact with Russia while Hillary Clinton deleted 30,000 emails. And it is now revealed through documents that, Obama knew about it. He set it up. He was trying to steal the election, how Hillary Clinton win. And it's like, how long can this guy take this for?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I mean, if Trump's embittered to some people, I don't really care. I can totally see that.
A lot of people have come after him and try to attack his personal life, his business life, everything.
Yeah, it's like
the guy is not squeaky clean, but who is, first off?
No, nobody in politics
he
is
hasn't,
squeaky clean,
according to most laws, there was the couple that they got him on because of money transfers between persons, between this, but it was all his money that he used to pay, but he did it through funds, through a different bank account, through this. That's a silly thing to accuse him of being the devil about that, because he did that. Now he's the devil. You know what I mean? Come on. We already know the good that this guy has done absolutely outweighs anything that you think he's doing.
I don't think he's beyond criticism, but it's like I would come with the receipts at least. You gotta have,
during his presidency. What's the worst thing he's done? What would you say is the worst thing he's done so far? Probably maybe Israel. The way Israel
he capitulates way too much to Israel, and the Epstein files are also. But we're gonna see what's gonna happen with that. But I think that was the handling of that, especially by Pam Bondi and Kash Patel. I don't think has been great.
Could have been,
and I think he is too deep in the pockets of Netanyahu. But
Rosie O'Donnell, she went on Chris Cuomo's show recently. She blames you for the fact that she's overweight, depressed, and drunk. What do you say to that? Do you think PDS is going to ever be a DSM-5 diagnosis?
I don't know about Rosie. I watch Rosie. Rosie's a mess. She's a mess. But she left our country, which is a good thing, not a bad thing.
I love that.
And I understand that, especially because they have a really heated feud. There you go. So it's understandable, but yeah.
So I'm just gonna leave this here. I wanted to play this clip. That's gonna be the end of this. Obviously, you can tell this is from a while ago. Donald Trump obviously had a little more hair. He definitely doesn't have as much wrinkles. And the video quality is terrible.
I mean, both inside and out. You take a look at her, she's a slob. She talks like a truck driver. Rosie attacked me personally because I was very happy when her talk show failed. The other thing that failed, and this was a real monster, and everybody was suing her, was her magazine. Her magazine called Rosie was a total disaster. So I loved it. I gloat over it. I think it's wonderful because I like to see bad people fail. Rosie failed. I'm happy about it.
So I actually looked up.
He does not like him, or he does not like her.
Yeah, I actually looked up what happened with this exactly. Apparently, she took over this magazine from somebody. She invested a lot of money. Rosie O'Donnell partnered with Gruner Plus JR USA in 2000, relaunched the Struggling Women's magazine, boasting a circulation of 3.5 million. Tensions arose over editorial control, and pretty much whatever happened between that was a fallout. Let's see, and both parties had invested $10 million each, but the venture ended without a clear financial winner. Pretty much it just, it just took a crap. I'm not gonna get into the details with it really, but I have a little bit of context about what he's saying. But now I just want to go back to hearing him insult Rosie.
She's basically a disaster. Well, she called me a snake oil salesman. And, coming from Rosie, that's pretty low because when you look at her and when you see the mind is weak. I don't see it. I don't get it. I never understood. How does she even get on television?
That is a good question. It really is. Because I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen her in anything I think she's particularly charming or talented or... that's personal opinion, I suppose, but...
I believe Barbara made a terrible mistake putting her on, and I think Barbara's probably paying a big price. If I were running...
Oh, yeah, wasn't she on The View? Yeah, she was on The View. We are doing The View.
The View, I'd fire Rosie. Yeah. I mean, I'd look her right in that fat, ugly face of hers. I'd say, Rosie, you're fired. We're all a little chubby, but Rosie's just worse than most of us. But it's not the chubbiness. Rosie is a very unattractive person, both inside and out. Rosie's a person that's very lucky.
He doesn't like Rosie O'Donnell.
To have her girlfriend. And she better be careful or I'll send one of my friends over to pick up her girlfriend. Why would she stay with Rosie if she had another choice? She's trying to use ABC and The View to get even with.
I think we have enough because continuous slanders could be an issue.
I'm not saying anything. This
I
clip's
know we're
already on
definitely
YouTube.
not,
I'm
but
not
this
saying
is
anything.
either way, it's still part of our content. I just don't want any issues. But it's their feud is so heated all the freaking time. It's crazy. They really truly do not like each other.
It's only about 30 more seconds, you know.
All right, let's go. We give it a little break.
But with me, we fight back. I'll probably sue Rosie because she doesn't tell the facts.
This
As
was
an example,
15 years ago. Yeah, look, he's already thinking about suing her.
I'm worth many billions of dollars.
been in the works.
She said I was bankrupt. I never went bankrupt. So probably I'll sue her because it would be fun. I'd like to take some money out of her fat ass pockets. I actually think they ought to look at her whole life and see where she's coming from because I think she's got some very deep-seated problems. Perhaps it should be Rosie that goes to rehab.
So obviously, I would say
Well, it looks like a lawsuit is coming, most likely.
I don't know. Trump hasn't said
Especially if there's new things that she was saying.
Trump hasn't said anything
realistically,
about that.
what would stop her? I don't know.
Listen, I just want to. This is the final thing. I'm gonna leave it at that. It doesn't just apply to Rosie O'Donnell, but it's all these Trump deranged people who I really think kind of have bought into the media narratives that our country is just screwed because Trump is in charge. I mean, I say it with Stephen King, Mark Hamill. There's a lot of very famous people who have become so deranged by Trump that it seems like they can't even function. You know, I always think Mark Hamill's in a padded room and he's wrapped up. He's just going Trump.
And it's to the point where they have zero faith and zero optimism in the situation. As a citizen of a country, I mean, should you not at least be somewhat optimistic that, okay, maybe this isn't the person that I wanted in office, you know, like adult thinking. Maybe this isn't a person that I would have voted for, that I wanted to vote for. But let's see what he can do. Hopefully he makes good choices. And I will support what I support, and I will criticize what I don't support, just like everyone is allowed to in our great country.
Or if you just want to opt out of it, like you have the money to do it, like Rosie O'Donnell obviously does. She had the money, she opted out, she wanted to go to Ireland. They seem to have accepted her in Ireland. I don't know if she's got her, if she has the citizenship yet, but I know she's working towards it, or that's
she's working on
what she said, yeah. So you should be all right. I mean, you're out of the U.S., you have your kid with you. You would have all the money in the world.
Has to continue.
You would have all the money in the world to fly all your other family members over if you wanted to. I mean, I don't think Rosie O'Donnell's hurting for cash, but you know, and you're still going on. The first time you do anything in Ireland, you go on a show. Trump. It's like, jeez, you know, you gotta let it go, lady. Trump won. He's the president, and I don't know if
like we talked about, anytime he does something that you deem wrong or inappropriate, criticize it. Every that's what everyone else does.
Yeah, well,
and there's nothing wrong with talking about it, but like the fact that you're like attacking him personally and on his past, you know, mishaps and whatnot with business and all this stuff, saying, oh, he's a con man, he's not, like, you're talking like really out of your pocket with like not facts.
This is a generational blood feud. This will be Barron Trump will be his agent. He'll be like, "Oh, I remember Rosie's daughter. Yeah," it's like that's just gonna happen. This is gonna span. This is gonna be like some medieval type of thing. I feel like that's what I'm hoping
it's
for.
Like she's literally. He hasn't said anything about Rosie O'Donnell in quite some time, probably. I mean, those clips were quite older, and she's just not relevant to him. Like, why would he think twice about Rosie O'Donnell? The only reason why he would think is probably somebody asked him in an interview.
No, yeah, people mention it to her, and he just laughs about it. So
he's just like, whatever.
Listen, Rosie, I doubt you're gonna watch this, Rosie, but if anyone can send this to Rosie, listen, I think it's great. You stood by your convictions. You're in Ireland, fantastic. And if you don't want to come back to the U.S., hey, that's totally cool. But like, just let it go. Just go take in the Irish countryside or something like that, or whatever they do over there. You know, you're out.
I hear.
You're out.
Honestly, isn't
life.
Ireland going through a very tough immigration thing right now? I'm sure she should have something else to be worried about where she lives right now, as opposed to what's going on in a different country.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe get involved in that if you're so worried. And,
yeah, exactly. Use your voice for something important in the country that you live in.
All right, we're gonna leave it there.
There's a thought.
Oh, you want to leave it there? You want to keep talking? I can keep going on about Rosie.
No, we're good. We're good. I think I even said, I was like, man, I don't really want to talk about Rosie O'Donnell. And I freaking end up blabbing on and on.
I don't really want to talk about Rosie O'Donnell either. But It's a slow news.
I think we covered it.
And you know what? I got my View fix. I forgot she was on the View. So.
Yeah, exactly. Things work out. Things work out.
So I've been missing Joy Behar and Sonny hosting something bad. I really have. It's like I don't.
They come back out of the ashes of Rosie O'Donnell.
I wake up thinking about the View, and I'm like, the days when the View was on. I know it was just like a week and a half ago, but I'm like,
the View to you is Trump to Rosie.
Yeah, dude.
The View to you is Trump to Rosie.
I don't know about that. It's just the content, man. It's constant content. I love the ladies of the View. I think they should have them on every primetime slot. I think they should be blasted out. I love the ladies of the View. I would never say anything bad about them. All right, we're gonna leave it there. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Comment down below how much you miss Rosie, how much you love Rosie, and if you do miss Rosie, send Rosie your love in Ireland. Oh, I think she needs, she's in a strange place. She probably needs a little support. So everybody go send some love to Rosie and say, Rosie, we love you. Stay in Ireland. Stay in Ireland, Rosie. All right, got you in the next one.
Later.